Cars were once rather basic devices. You only needed a set of seats, an engine, and 4 wheels to feel comfortable. But as time went on, cars became increasingly complicated. New technology began to include things like multimedia systems, driver assistance systems, innumerable gadgets, intricate parts, and so much more. But many people wondered, are there still cars with a 300,000-mile lifespan? After all, adding complexity to anything should logically increase the number of potential problems, right? Well, technically no. There are actually still plenty of cars, most of which are SUVs, which actually can last you a long time. With our list, we promise to not only bring you the glittering lifespan of almost 300,000 miles, but also comfort and durability. So let's check these beasts out. Number 11. Ford Expedition. The Ford Expedition is still a fantastic option for people looking for capability and versatility, regardless of whether you like to live large or have a large family. The Expedition earned a high ranking in a car survey with 5.2% of used cars sold with 200,000 miles or more and a durable body-on-frame design. What's even more amazing is that 0.2% of them had more than 300,000 miles on them and were still going strong. The Ford Expedition is offered in a number of trim levels and 2 vehicle lengths to satisfy the needs of all types of SUV purchasers, ranging from value-packed to downright opulent. Number 10. GMC Yukon. The bold GMC Yukon model line offers a refined approach to hitting the streets in a style that is both luxurious and efficient. Entry-level trims are quite affordable, but Yukon Denali variants have first-rate comfort features, including perforated leather upholstery, front seat ventilation, and a panoramic sunroof. Whether you go for the regular Yukon or the Yukon XL with an extended wheelbase, you get to experience first-rate comfort and powerful V8 performance. 3.2% of Yukon vehicles that were sold as second-hand cars had at least 200,000 miles on them, which is impressive as hell. Number 9. Honda CR-V. According to a poll conducted by an automotive research website that reviewed upwards of 15.8 million automobiles to see which models had the greatest percentage of vehicles that surpassed 200,000 miles, 1.1% of CR-V models hit that milestone. You can't say that isn't absolutely mind-blowing. While your CR-V is unlikely to dazzle any supermodels, you'll be pleased with how much money you'll save over time. The CR-V is one of the most agile vehicles in its class because of its 2.4-liter engine and 5-speed transmission. It also has an unexpectedly quick acceleration that will make you smile as you zoom past the sedans. We'd recommend that regardless of the generation, aim for gas mileage of around 30 miles per gallon if you're thinking about buying this SUV. And the best part is that you can keep driving your CR-V until you want to give it to your grandchildren. It's a win-win situation, really. The Honda CR-V has a range of well over 200,000 miles, and with enough careful love and care, it may continue to run for up to 300,000 miles or more. The craftsmanship and premium materials utilized in the building of the CR-V, like all of Honda's vehicles, are actually what allows it to survive for so long. Number 8. Chevrolet Suburban. The 3-row Suburban has remained a legend among buyers of full-size SUVs as the longest-running model in the Chevrolet family. The Suburban is the ideal family vehicle due to its standard V8 engine, sturdy body-on-frame construction, and ample interior room. The fact that the Suburban is among the cars with the highest likelihood of reaching the 200,000-mile mark is incredibly astounding. But what's even better is that a whopping 4.9% of Suburban vehicles reached that milestone, and 0.2% even crossed the 300,000-mile threshold. Number 7. Toyota Land Cruiser. The Toyota Land Cruiser is the best example of a vehicle that can travel 300,000 miles without even a slight mechanized shrug. You know how people will say something is far away by saying something like 300,000 miles is 12 times around the equator, or some other exaggerated blabber? Well, comparisons like this are laughed upon by the Land Cruiser. Before you sell it to the next owner, who will do another 12, it will have completed 12 circuits around almost the entire area of planet Earth. Since its inception in the 1950s, the Land Cruiser has exuded elegance and luxury and is still cherished by car lovers. This SUV always embodied elegance, comfort, toughness, power, safety, and style, and we don't think you could ever go wrong with this one. The Land Cruiser is a car that most of you probably predicted to be on our list, but some of the other cars we have for today will totally surprise you. If you're a petrolhead like us, go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more fun videos. And if you like what you see, give this video a huge thumbs up. Number 6. Acura RDX. The 2010 Acura RDX is the finest option if you want a dependable premium vehicle at a reasonable price. In a survey comparing 57 compact SUVs, the 2010 Acura RDX was rated as the most long-running SUV out there. The 2010 model features a large interior and agile handling and is honestly one of the best options for a reliable vehicle. There are several first-generation vehicles with 250,000 to nearly 300,000 miles on them, so there's really no wonder why consumers love them so much. On the other hand, the second-generation Acura RDX, which was made from 2013 to 2018, is a good choice if you prefer a more recent model. The turbocharged 4-cylinder engine was swapped out for a V6 engine, giving this version of the RDX a sleeker and more understated appearance than the first one. The RDX was designed by Acura to be a fun-to-drive vehicle with handling similar to a sedan, and it definitely seems to be serving its purpose well. Number 5. Lincoln Navigator. The Lincoln Navigator is a ginormous SUV, and it has a lot to offer. From its roomy interior to its long list of luxurious features, it really doesn't skimp on anything. This full-size truck-based luxury SUV is constructed like a tank, and after 200,000 miles, 2.6% of users reported to be still running. Although the reliability ratings for the Lincoln Navigator are mixed, it is not all that expensive to maintain. According to reviews, the average total annual cost for repairs and maintenance on a Navigator is lower than average in its class. Most owners of Lincoln Navigators take their cars to a shop every 30 months. That's pretty decent, right? Number 4. Toyota Highlander Hybrid. Some people might be surprised that a hybrid crossover made this list, but what may surprise you even more is that this is the only SUV on this list with a body frame derived from a vehicle. Given that Toyota is recognized for producing durable cars, the Toyota Highlander's extended lifespan shouldn't come as a surprise. What's unexpected is that the hybrid model is made to survive much longer. According to a survey, 3.8% of the mid-sized Toyota Highlander hybrid models listed for sale had logged more than 200,000 miles. A 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine and 2 electric motors are featured in the most popular model. It also has a front-wheel drive system and a continuously variable automatic transmission, which takes this stunner to the next level. Number 3. Chevrolet Tahoe. The full-sized truck-based Chevrolet Tahoe SUV is mechanically similar to the GMC Yukon and can accumulate miles just as easily. Here's the evidence. 3.9% of the used Tahoe SUVs sold last year had more than 200,000 miles on them. After some of the initial models, 2015 saw the release of the 4th-generation Tahoe. The 5.3-liter and 6.2-liter V8 engines for the full-size SUV are both mated to the very dynamic 6-speed automated transmission. The Chevrolet Tahoe's dependability and toughness have helped it become one of the most widely used police pursuit vehicles in America. In fact, to this day, law enforcement personnel use it as a patrol vehicle for off-road and towing purposes. Number 2. Toyota 4Runner. If you're searching for a car that can outperform the competition, you really have to look at this one. Given its dependability and toughness, most people view this SUV as being indestructible. That's right, We're referring to none other than the Toyota 4Runner. The 4Runner offers characteristics that make it a suitably everyday vehicle, even though it's meant for off-roading and can seat up to 7 people. It's an excellent SUV for customers who need a lot of room thanks to its remarkable 47 cubic feet of cargo space behind the second row, as well as other features. Besides this, thanks to its tough exterior, the Toyota 4Runner, which is technically a mid-sized truck, has long been a favorite among off-road aficionados. An estimated 4.1% of those resold again in 2020 have logged 200,000 miles or more, with 0.2% still running after 300,000 miles. We totally understand why Toyota sells more than 130,000 4Runners annually in the US. But guess what? That number is only for new cars. If you look up the ones people have already used, you'll be shocked to see how high the numbers truly are. Number 1. Toyota Sequoia. Want to keep your car running smoothly for more than 200,000 miles? You can either gamble the odds with any other SUV or just buy a Toyota Sequoia. This is Toyota's full-size truck-based SUV, and it's honestly a great vehicle to have. But why is it on our list? Well, according to a survey, 11.4% of these cars actually managed to cross the 200,000-mile mark. And on top of that, 0.4% of them traveled at least 300,000 miles. That's impressive, isn't it? If you're good with it, your Toyota Sequoia should give you roughly 17 to 20 years with 15,000 miles per year. That's literally until your kids will get old. Nothing like a car that is also a childhood memory. Sequoia continues to be a tough, full-size SUV with dependable performance, despite sometimes being overshadowed by newer models. The vehicle's cabin and cargo area are both spacious enough to accommodate the whole family on long journeys, so there should be no doubt in your mind if you want to buy this one. And with that, we've reached the end of today's video. Which one of these SUVs would you be most likely to buy? Share your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to smash that like button. Thanks for watching and see you next time.